All right, howdy. Our debate topic is which would be the better invading, the Asian citrus psyllid versus the Asian longhorn beetle. My name is Bryce Groves, and I will be defending the Diaphorina citri, or more commonly known as the Asian citrus psyllid.
My name is Reagan Pinnell, and I will be defending the Anapla- Anaplaflora glabripinnis, also known as the Asian longhorn beetle.
Okay. The Diaphorina citri is common and native in southeastern Asia. It is a vector for the citrus disease Huanglongbing or greening disease. The disease destroyed citrus operations across Africa and Asia. The Asian citrus syphilid wasn't found in North America until 1998 on the coast of Florida, since the species has invaded 10 states, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The citrus syphilid are found on the underside of leaves on citrus trees or plants, commonly on new growth. They are about 1/8 of an inch in length and vary in shades of brown. The host plant that supports are in the family Rutaceae. However, not all of the family are preferred hosts. The most preferred of hosts are commonly known as cherry oranges, lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, orange jasmine, and jessamine trees. Diaphorina citri go from egg to adult in 16 to 17 days and can develop 30 generations in 1 year. The total life cycle lasts from 15 to 47 days, depending on seasonal conditions. Nymphs experience 5 instars. Adults can live several months in adequate seasonal conditions. Females lay several hundred eggs in a life cycle. The disease that Asian citrus syphilid vectors is responsible for millions of dollars in damages to the citrus industry and has extremely altered its growing techniques. Greening disease causes misshapen, bitter fruit and eventually kills the whole tree. In the state of Florida alone, the number of operations has been cut in half and some forced to grow indoors. The bug and the disease it carries has devastated trees, ruined businesses, and destroyed livelihoods. Another special characteristic is the ability to excrete honeydew that coats the outside of fruit and leaves. This causes a sooty mold fungus to grow that inhibits photosynthesis. The honeydew attracts ants that feed on it. This protects the pest from its natural enemies.
The Asian longhorn beetle originated in eastern China and was first detected among poplar plantations. These species are known to feed on multiple types of hardwood trees and has been estimated to potentially cause more damage than chestnut blight, Dutch elm disease, and gypsy moths combined. The first sighting of the beetles in America was in Brooklyn, New York, in August of 1996, and has since devastated thousands of trees in New York, New Jersey, Chicago, and Massachusetts. Anaplaflora glabripinnis are known to inhabit maple, birch, elm, willow, ash, and poplar trees. They can be identified as having a black body with sporadic white spots and long black and white antennas. The size of the beetle usually ranges between 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches long. The female beetle typically lays 35 to 90 eggs that only take 10 to 15 days to hatch. The larva feeds on the living tree tissue during the fall and winter, then emerge from the tree during the spring. The beetles then feed on the tree's exteriors for about 2 to 3 days before mating. The life cycle of these species is about 1 year. Some characteristics that make the Asian longhorn beetle a serious threat are that the larvae feed on the deep insides of trees, making them very hard to detect and easy to spread, and that they're able to fly distances up to 400 yards. There is no cure to the pest, and it has a potential of accumulating $41 billion in losses in industries of tourism, commercial fruit, lumber, maple syrup, and nursery.
So for my rebuttal, the Asian longhorn beetle doesn't go through as many generations in a year or reproductions as the Asian citrus syphilid. The ability to go through up to 30 generations in 1 year means that this little guy is always looking for new growth. to lay its eggs and to host and feed, also giving it the opportunity to spread the disease. This would make it the more superior invasive species.
Um, a, a characteristic that makes the Asian longhorn beetle stand out is that it inhabits multiple well-known hardwood tree types and can inhabit both healthy and weakened trees. And while the Asian citrus facilid can cause a lot of damage, it cannot cause the same amount or same degree of widespread devastation that the longhorn beetle can cause on our industries.
Okay, the Asian citrus syphilid has caused damage across Asia, Africa, and since 1998 have spread across the United States. It has forced the citrus industry in Florida to completely develop new agricultural practices to protect from this pest. The difference from the Asian longhorn beetle, who have stayed contained in the upper eastern portion of the United States since it was first started in '96. This shows that the Asian citrus syphilid is more invasive species because it's spread coast to coast in the United States in a shorter amount of time.
Although the Asian citrus syphilid may be more apparent in North America so far, the Asian longhorn beetle larva grows inside of trees, making it nearly impossible to detect and very, very easy to spread. The only solution to getting rid of these pests are cutting down infected trees, which again are very hard to detect. The longhorn beetle's ability to devastate North American ecosystems is what makes it the more threatening species.
Okay, so for closing statements, the Asian citrus syphilid is a superior invasive species. Its ability to lay hundreds of eggs in a life cycle and develop over 30 generations in 1 year is amazing. This species is constantly looking for new hosts to feed and reproduce. The damage this species does to its host, such as causing loss of leaves or fruit, stunning or oppressing the growth of trees, and even giving it diseases such as citrus greening, combined with the fact that there are hundreds and thousands being born every year, make the Asian citrus syphilid the more invasive species when compared to the Asian longhorn beetle.
The Asian longhorn beetle is the better invasive species due to its near impossible traceability, its flexible habitats among treasured American wood, and its potential to completely devastate industries such as maple. While the Asian citrus facilid may devastate fruit farms, the longhorn beetle could devastate as far as our national parks, especially because there is no real method to killing them.